Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction to Death Note. It is episode 26 and well, as always, if you want to see the reaction itself, just go down into my descriptions, follow the links, replace the parentheses dot pods with real dots and enjoy. Once you've done, feel free to come back here and hear out my thoughts about this episode. So, see you soon. To those that came back, welcome back. Now, this episode was split, right? And some of you told me before. So, sure, there was a lot of redoing it, rewatching what happened, just to be sure that all information is in the boat, everything is clear, and I did not miss something, which is something that might happen in this show, very likely. But nope, I think we got monitor everything in the past from the informations and the clues. Now, so what was there was like half an episode, but it was already very interesting. A lot of it was clear after the last time. I mean, it confirms now finally completely, I think, that L is dead because the body was burned. He has not moved quite a long time. We have seen Light doing what he wants to do, and with the ending of the episode, we have even people who are not involved at all stating it. So it seems very much. The half episode that happened very much cemented what already seemed to happen in the ending of the last episode, meaning the investigation group giving all power to Light, which I mean partially I can understand because in the past he showed that he is the one on level with L, or at least close to, so they would go for him hoping he could lead this task force now. However, for us, knowing that he is Kira, you know, it's a disaster. It's the end. Not that, I mean, even if they would have given it to anyone else, he wouldn't have had a chance, right? Because they can't compete on that level. So they give it to him very easily. He's just playing a little bit shy and then takes it over. And L would have seen through that, I'm pretty sure, because there was really not a good acting there. And very short, he was like, I cannot do it. Okay, I will do it. It was so fast, right? He goes for his own apartment now, so just to get away from his family, to be sure he can do it what he wants to do all the time. He joins the police force and he can go full-time in now because he can say that he's working for the police, so he's doing it all the time. And let's say if L would still be around, he might analyze when people die and would possibly realize now they are dying all the time, all over the day. While at the time being, when it started, we had the schedule of death, which happened due to the in the beginning, due to the school time of Light. So I think there would have been more clues. I know that he was able to move away from this schedule by putting in a little bit of timing and everything. But yeah, there's no real enemy now. And that is good for Light, and it is bad for him at the same time. Because good, he goes to take over the world, and the world is reacting to it, right? Bad for him, because he has no adversary. It is a weird moment of being lonely. And I remember we had stuff like that I think in the Batman movies as well, or at least in this series, and in many others movies and series in the past, that if there are like two big opponents, a good and an evil one, and one beats the other, it gets boring. Especially if the evil one beats the good one, right? If the good one wins, all is shiny and cupcakes and everyone is happy and rainbows and flowers, right? Sometimes they reflect on the fact that the hero is bored, but not very often. But when the evil one wins, either they end it with and the world goes down, which is happening now, right? Or they sometimes have this interesting moment of the evil guy sitting in his room and being bored and playing with toys or whatever and saying, man, it's really not good to be without an adversary because I had fun playing with him, fighting against him. Megamind, the movie, plays with that very, very much. I like it. So this is what was happening to Light, to Kira. But he kind of gets over it because he has another goal. So he moves in with Misa, which is interesting. I ask myself why. Possibly to have her closed because she's one that knows about him and has her very own powers and abilities. So she could be dangerous. But I mean, right now they only have one book, so they're using this one. The other one is now hidden by Light's father, which is possibly there's an option to find it, right? Yeah, he killed off everyone who knew anything. It's a bit surprising that the task force is still alive, but he killed off both of the spies, so both of the jump-ins later on, Weedy and what was his name? Abba, I think. They really went over that quickly, and it's a bit sad. He has nothing holding him back now, and that's the thing. He did not really have before, but I think it gotten even a bit worse. And he's doing it on such a large scale now, killing off the Yotsuba group as well, yeah. But he kills off so many people now that states start to bow to him. It is said they do it because they respect his decisions and think it's the right thing. Some may, but I think a lot of it is pressure and powerlessness and fear being the next one. So he is creating his very own world as he promised. And then we end off with a cliffhanger, and that's an interesting one. Now, we learned that Watari funded and possibly even made up, I don't know, houses for children, so shelter homes for youngsters. And it seems very much like L was one of them. It makes sense. So his parents died, and he got to this house, to this school, and Watari took him under his wings. So he was a genius as well. Very nice to know. And there was a timer being set, and I think it was a timer done by Watari and L. So another old man is informed that L is dead. It's interesting that it was L is dead and not Watari is dead. But I think it is a timer of if L kind of faked his death, he could have removed that timer. So they know it now, and there are two kids, I guess kids, who are sitting there. One was creating a puzzle where there was an L on it. So I think they have kind of gifted children there. And the question is if those two, which we see from behind in the picture, are at least close to L in their abilities. We will see. I'm not sure if they can be already. May those three we see here, the old man and the two kids, be adversaries, be new enemies to Kira? It might be, I don't know. It will bring another improvement of bad behavior if it is, and Light finds out, because then he would kill children. Just saying. Not that I don't think he would do that. I don't know, man. It's a weird thing. We will see where this is heading to. If they have at least a part of the capabilities that L had in the past, and they get his informations that he wrote down, all of them, and they just stay outside and watch from afar, they may have a chance to realize for sure Kira is Light, because I think he's getting a bit sloppy. Not that the show showed it, but not having a direct enemy makes you do that. So we will see where this is going. And that's it for me this time. I hope you liked. I did. It was okay. Next episode will be a full one, I guess. And then we will commence. Until then, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.